Paige Jones, and I want to talk about a group of people whose services are quite often quiet, unseen, or overlooked, and that's military spouses. I'm a military spouse of 7 years. I met my husband in 2019, and I had no idea the impact the military lifestyle would have on me and my family. I was more than ready to travel. I had a career of my own at the time that I was working on. And so today I am going to tell you the daily life of a military spouse, the challenges that they face, the sacrifices they make, and the resilience that they develop. Being a military spouse is more than just supporting your spouse during the time that they're serving. It's a life full of uncertainty and constant change, rebuilding, adapting, and with military lifestyle comes frequent moves. And in the frequent moves is families are packing up their lives every 3 years, maybe even sooner, to start over all over again. And that alone is hard. You have to drive across the country or maybe even overseas, and the ability to adapt and rebuild your life over again is courageous. It is something that military spouses do quietly and selflessly. And as I mentioned before, I didn't realize the impact it would have on me, nor did I have a lot of knowledge going into this, that there are an abundance of sources such as Navy Life and Military One Source that gives families the tools and resources for childcare, support systems for when your spouses go on deployment, recreational activities, counseling, housing opportunities, and the list can go on. I was so incredibly grateful for that. We are honestly our own little community on base, and each base has these resources, and having that extra support means it means everything when your spouse goes on deployment. As I stated previously, that it is all uncertainty and it is completely inevitable when this happens. When your spouse has to go on deployment, the constant uncertainty with communication. You're saying your goodbye to your spouse for months on end, not knowing when they're going to come back or being able to communicate. And that is where military spouses create new environments and volunteer in their communities, not only for themselves but for military families that are going through the same thing. And we are all each other's support system, and with that comes the strength and resilience that military spouses are the backbone of the household. When this happens, we manage finances, we raise children, we go through holidays or attend school events without our partner by our side, and it's incredibly hard to have to navigate, to have to create that stability constantly for your family so that your spouse can focus and thrive for their career. And the sacrifices alone are significant. We leave behind our careers, our personal lives are put on hold, and it is something that is hard to keep a hold of. We are having to still chase our ambitions and also stay true to ourselves and our identity so that our spouses can know that their household has that stability. So in this lifestyle, I think that military spouses deserve that appreciation and respect, gratitude, and support. The life of a military spouse is one of sacrifice and unwavering strength. And I think it is also very prideful in how we hold everything afloat for our spouse.